Here's a quick late night update on the severe weather threat coming for the east. And I know there's going to be stuff going on in other parts of the country too, but we're going to focus on the northeast for the purpose of this video here. And so this is the RAP model from 4Z, and we're looking here at 21Z verification time. And you can see we still have our very high dew point air all across this region in here. And we have our surface pressure of 1,004 millibars here. Now, it's a little bit more diffuse than it was yesterday when we were looking at it. Remember yesterday there was a pretty tight, closed circulation. This is a little more diffuse, but still very low pressures for this time of year coming across the region with a closed isobar and moving into the high dew point air. So that should be sufficient enough to at least warrant concern. Now I'm going to show you here there's some mixed signals with this particular event, and one of the things that I'm concerned about if you do want severe weather, that it might not happen too much anyway, is, first this is the 850 millibar dew point. Just wanted to show you that it is still a deep layer of moisture through the atmosphere. But here's one area of concern here. Now remember yesterday, this is 925 millibars here. And yesterday this was a stronger jet, and it was further west over in this area in here. Now the jet's a little bit weaker and it's displaced offshore. That's a bit of a concern as far as that goes. Now we get up to 850 millibars, and you can see the jet's a little stronger and a little further west than it is at 925. So the 850 millibar jet may be sufficient enough, in the presence of the surface lows to generate something there. Here's our 500 millibar vorticity, and still quite a bit of energy. This is a vigorous trough for this time of year coming through the east, and I think that's something in favor of severe weather. Like I said, I'm showing you mixed signals here. Here's our 700 millibar vertical velocity, and you can see there's a very strong area of lift here in east central Pennsylvania. And that'll be moving eastward as you go forward in time. And I'll show you what that does on the NMM simulated radar. It's pretty impressive where that all lines up. Looking here at 300 millibars. Now here's another area of concern I have. There's no real divergence here. In fact, there's even a little bit of convergence out here over the ocean. So nothing to really help these storms ventilate too much, really help them grow. So that's a bit of a concern there as far as looking for anything widespread severe-wise. Going ahead, though, now here's our Cape. Now you can see here there's some pretty strong Cape values here, about 2,000 to 2,250. Here in the same area where we had that very strong vertical velocities coming in. So there's a lot of potential energy there, and there's a lot of lift to help that potential energy get fired up. So, and here's our bulk shear, 35 knots about in there, and a little bit north of the Cape values and the vertical velocities, but not by much. So we're looking at the same general area here where a lot of dynamics are coming together. Like I said, there are some factors that are working against it, but I'm thinking that we are going to see severe weather breaking out across this region here. I think it's going to be the best shot. Northeastern PA, south central New York State, into southeastern PA, parts of into New Jersey, and into this region here by the time we get late in the day. Now here's something that's changed from yesterday in favor of severe weather. Remember yesterday I was showing you this from AccuWeather Pro, and this is 12Z, and it had these clouds pretty much all the way to the east. Now you look at it and it shows a lot of clear air in here. Now this is a model. It doesn't mean that this is going to be exactly how it looks, but certainly that is more encouraging if you're looking for severe weather than it did yesterday. And even at 18Z, while the clouds have encroached a little bit, it's not completely overcast in these areas. So there's going to be sunshine on top of the dynamics coming in, and that's going to aid things as well. Now here's what I wanted to show you as far as the simulated radar goes from the WRF-NAM model. And those areas, now this is going to be 0Z reflectivity Friday, 0Z Friday. But those areas where you saw that strong vertical velocity and those strong Cape values, that's where we're seeing these strong echoes showing up on the simulated radar. And it makes sense. I mean, if those things are coming together, it does make sense. But what I'm seeing with this is I think these are going to be kind of slow-moving storms, so I think flooding is going to be a concern. There's going to be some heavy downpours. I'm not expecting a widespread severe weather outbreak at this point in time, but I think there's going to be some scattered severe weather reports, particularly in the form of straight-line damaging winds. Could be some hail as well, and I think the best chance of it is going to be, well, we'll just pretty much call it east of Interstate 81. I think it looks now going through Pennsylvania into New York State. I think it's going to be our best shot of severe weather with this particular system. So just want to do a quick update there, and we'll see how that all pans out.